Hello and welcome to the second day of the MBS Construction Leaders Summit. We had a fabulous day yesterday, great talks from a variety of presenters and also a really great debate. If you want to see what happened yesterday and you weren't here or didn't see this live, don't forget you can go to thembs.com and you'll find recordings of all of those sessions, and you'll see other material, other webinars that MBS have developed around these topics over the last few months. You will also be able to see the debates that took place and the comments and questions if you go and search the hashtag CLS2020. Today we have another series of fantastic presentations, high quality speakers who really know their stuff on the subjects we're going to talk about. Today we're going to start with Paul Morell. Paul was the government's chief construction advisor and was responsible for the real push to digital construction back in 2010. We're then going to see more from McKinsey and understand a little bit about the things that all the different parties to the industry need to consider in this post-COVID environment. What is it that those different subsectors should be thinking about right now? And we're also going to hear from Phil Bernstein. Phil is the ex-Vice President of Strategy for Autodesk and a professor at Yale University in the US. Phil's going to be looking at what happens next in terms of the drivers for design and construction and what architecture might look like in the next 10 years. Later on in the morning, we're going to split into two different work streams. One is for the designers and contractors. There we're going to be looking at off-site and modular construction with Wilmot Dixon, looking at what the work that's going on around quality and the drivers for improving quality through the Construction Innovation Hub. And also from the Sustainable Energy Association, looking at low carbon construction and where we go. For each of these, there will also be a Q&A session. For manufacturers, we're going to be looking at the changes, the drivers that we heard from Dame Judith Hackett yesterday. And we'll be finding out what that means for manufacturers. So we'll hear from Peter Capelhorn at the Construction Products Association. He'll talk to us about the new drive around product safety and also the push towards competencies. We're going to hear from the Marketing Information Group, Adam Turk, who will tell us a little bit more about the new rules of marketing, what product manufacturers can do, what they mustn't do as they push their materials into the industry. And also from Robin Cordy, looking at digital marketing for manufacturers as well. So we heard yesterday that there are so many drivers for change. Our industry both has to change and is changing. And we can see, once again, from our empty offices here in Newcastle, that we've managed to keep our construction industry moving, even though we're now in distributed environments. We're collaborating in the cloud. We're finding new ways of working, accelerating change. If we go back 10 years, Paul Morell would have seen this as being a great way forward. He would have said that this is how the industry needs to operate, as teams using digital information to actually define what's needed and to build more efficiently. So let's hear from Paul what he thinks about what's happened over the last 10 years and where we go next. Remember, please do ask questions of all of the presenters. And if you want to comment or put other questions up, remember that hashtag CLS2020. Over to you, Paul.